Hello and welcome to another episode of Unboxing with Paul. And today I'm very excited to bring you the Moxee 2 tablet, a tablet I wasn't able to find out very much about. Let's take a look at it. Try hard as I might, I just couldn't find any information on this tablet online besides several manufacturers offering it for sale and it being on sale from eBay as well in used condition. The only information I was able to gather was, of course, from what was printed or what is printed on the package, which is that it is an 8-inch tablet with a 1280 by 800 display, a 3GB RAM with 32GB of storage, then we have a Snapdragon SM6225 processor, we have a 4300 milliamp hour battery, as well as dual 5-megapixel camera. This tablet does retail for $168, so the Joy Tab coming in at $139 is much cheaper. Here is our Moxee tablet in all its glory for you guys to see. It's a very plain looking tablet and it looks very reminiscent of the Alcatel Joy Tab 2. So again, if we look over on the left side of the tablet, we're going to be able to see our slot for our SD card tray / SIM card, as this is a 4G LTE data tablet. If we look over on the tablet, you guys are going to be able to see a pinhole microphone as well as a beautiful auxiliary jack so you guys can plug in headphones or an auxiliary line out. And then if we look over on the right side of the tablet, you guys are going to see me being driven up the wall as we have the volume up, volume down, and the power buttons all on the same side. So I really wish manufacturers just wouldn't do this, as you guys don't know how often I'm just, again, trying to turn it up, trying to turn it down as I'm watching a movie and I'm joining a phone call or whatever, and I wind up turning off the screen. I wind up ending my phone call. I wind up getting killed in the game because, again, all I'm trying to do is just turn it up, turn it down a little, and just adjust the volume. And I wind up turning off the screen. So I'd really appreciate it if manufacturers would just put those on opposite sides. And when we go over to the bottom of the tablet, you're going to be able to see our Type-C port as well as dual speaker grills. I didn't see another pinhole microphone. I was looking around at the rest of the tablet, and again, no pinhole microphone. So even the Alcatel Joy Tab 2 featured dual pinhole microphones. We're going to have to investigate further on that. We get a quick start guide to get you started. This is a very comprehensive starting guide. It also features, it tells you about the different types of screen locks. It tells you none, swipe, pattern, pin, and password, as well as how to connect to Wi-Fi, how to use the camera. This is by far the most extensive and the most useful manual I have seen on any electronic device or any smartphone so far to date, perhaps with the exception of maybe a pair of headphones that told you about fitment and they told you about noise canceling. I can't remember. I think it was a Techno 2s. It was one of these Bluetooth earbuds that I had. I'm gonna try to link them up here. But this is a very comprehensive, very nice owner's manual. And we got a 10-watt wall adapter. You get 5 volts as well as 2000 milliamps. You multiply that, you got 10 watts. In case you were ever wondering, gosh, how do they figure out how many watts does this charger provide? Again, you just multiply the volts times the milliamps. And we got a very nice SIM ejector tool, unlike those cheap twisted wire ones we've been seeing with Samsung and Apple lately. And we also got a USB-A to Type-C cable for charging and data transfer. And just real quick, you can see that once we get inside the tablet, it's a very nicely laid out tablet with its bigger icons. It feels like it was almost aimed at kids, but it wasn't, because there's no kid mode that I can see of per se. And again, let's just go ahead and fire up our cameras and see what kind of camera quality we're working with. So then that is what a picture would look like on the Moxee 2 tablet. And then this is what video looks and sounds like on the front-facing camera of the Moxee 2 tablet. We're going to be able to see very surely just how good or how bad this camera quality is. It's very hard to tell, especially when you haven't seen it before. But as soon as we get it exported, we'll find out shortly. Man, that thing takes quite a bit to, when you press end recording, for it to save the video. It's chugging along, so we're gonna have to see. It does offer us a pro mode. You can adjust the ISO, you can adjust white balance, some exposure, you can do exposure adjustments. And then this is what video looks and sounds like on the main camera of the Moxee 2 tablet. You guys be the judge of this camera quality, as technically they're supposed to be the same. It says that it features dual 5 megapixel cameras. So we're gonna see if the camera quality is indeed the same on both of them. With Geekbench, we're able to see that we're running 1.9 gigahertz on the 4 efficiency cores for those lighter day-to-day tasks, and then we're running 2.4 gigahertz on the power cores for those heavier, more intensive, power-hungry tasks. And then we're going to be right back with you guys as soon as this is over. And we are back, and it turns out that test didn't take anywhere near as long as I thought that it would, and that's partly due, in fact, to the slightly better processor and the better internals that we have in here, as that can be attested by our 376 score on the single core and our 1574 score for the multi-core. Again, those are not earth-shattering numbers by any means, but they are definitely good numbers to have on a budget device. Just for giggles, I ran the very same benchmark on the Alcatel Joy Tab 2. And again, for you guys to be able to see, we have a 376 for the single core on the Moxee and a 1574 versus the 143 on the single core and the 512 on the multi-core for the Alcatel Joy Tab 2. So again, the Moxee tablet absolutely smoked the Alcatel Joy Tab 2 tablet. I think, again, that was pretty evident by just how snappy and how quick responsive this one was. We can see why the Moxee tablet smoked or ran circles around the Alcatel Joy Tab 2 tablet, as this is an octa-core and this is a quad-core processor. It's like a V8 versus a 4-cylinder. Of course, a V8 is going to run circles around it. And go ahead, let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts on the Moxee tablet? At this point, it's starting to become a very, very attractive option. I mean, if it goes on sale, I would definitely pick it up, but at its $169 price tag, it's a little steep. I would rather pick up a similar smartphone in a similar price range, like the Galaxy A13 4G variant. That was a very, very solid phone. Or something by Motorola, like the G Power or the Moto G5G. Those are all very solid options in this price range. And as always, thanks for watching.